Here, and we begin with Chief Certified Meteorologist Betty Davis. Betty.
Hi everyone. Irma is slowly making its way toward the Florida Keys. Right now we're finding those maximum sustained winds at 120 miles per hour, gusts to 150, pressure 933 millibars, moving slowly toward the northwest at 6 miles per hour. That center of circulation is now just 90 miles southeast of Key West, Florida. Already we've been feeling those rain bands lashing us tonight and feeling the winds increasing too, noting a 35 mile per hour wind gust at the moment out at Miami International Airport, but down by the Keys, the lower Keys, obviously those wind gusts are a lot more substantial. 66 mile per hour gust right now for Key West and Marathon, a 56 mile per hour wind gust. The Doppler radar, it is quite colorful as the center of circulation of Irma churns just offshore of that north coast of Cuba. As I said, it is going to slowly but surely get closer and closer to Key West, but those outer bands far reaching, extending even beyond our viewing area. The band that was so troublesome in Broward for a time, that has lifted up to the north. Though we have gone into a bit of a lull in some of your communities, I would advise you not to get too comfortable around, say, Fort Lauderdale, Hollywood, or Aventura, because there is more of this kind of weather offshore that is going to be moving in. So it's just a matter of time before we have another band working into parts of Broward and also coming into Miami-Dade. And speaking of bands of rainfall, we see one right now that has been just pounding areas of South Dade, right around that Homestead area. We've been getting into some of the heavier rainfall there. So here's that view around Homestead. Rain just sitting on top of you as it's taking a little while for this particular band to rotate out. So we're still caught up in that, but eventually it too will rotate out toward the northwest. There's another band as we look down through the Keys from Key Largo down toward Marathon, and then as we're heading down toward that core of Irma, more bands before we get to the eye wall. So there is still a lot of weather to get through as Irma nears Key West tonight toward tomorrow morning. Let's bring in our hurricane specialist, Max Mayfield, for a lot more as we have just gotten in that new advisory. Max?
Okay, you know, we've been talking about the interaction with land, and that certainly did take something out of Irma. The last airplane that flew through there did report concentric eye walls, just like we've been talking about, and we can see on the radar. Now that it's pulling away from Cuba, you can see that it actually it's very well defined now on the radar, but there's still two eye walls there. The outermost looks like it's going to dominate here before long. On the cone, this has changed so slightly you can't even tell it, just a little bit to the west, but not significantly at all. It's still going to go over the lower key. The eye will go over the lower keys very early tomorrow morning, probably around 5 or 6 o'clock, and then continue up the west coast. And by Sunday night, actually, the one thing, it has slowed down even more, which happens often when they start turning, and the direction now is northwest. So it's still on track. I think it is going to start accelerating now once it gets up to you know, closer to the peninsula, and by 8 p.m. Be up there between Fort Myers and Tampa. Note that they did bring it down to a Category 3 hurricane. They're forecasting a little bit of intensification now as it moves over the Keys, and then as it interacts with the Florida Peninsula, it'll go down from there. But the main thing, it's going to get out of here eventually here by Sunday, by late Sunday night, early Monday morning. The hazards, and the impacts from those hazards, these the forecast office takes them about 30 minutes to get these updated. So this is from the previous packets briefing they sent out. But basically, this is not going to change very much. The greatest potential is on the west side of the peninsula and the Florida Keys. So for our viewing area, we're really talking the Florida Keys, the wind threat and potential impacts, structural damage, some destruction of mobile homes, large trees snapped and uprooted, and widespread power outages. On the east side, which is mainly Miami-Dade and Broward, the metropolitan areas anyway, trees and power lines down, we've already seen that, damage to signs and awnings, damage to mobile homes, and weaker structures. So these threats really haven't changed very much. although the storm surge, we are going to see a change there. The main threat is still that's not changing on the Florida Keys or on the Gulf Coast, but in Miami-Dade, they're actually going to lower the storm surge for Broward County down to 2 feet. Miami-Dade is still 3 to 5 feet. So still some storm surge flooding on the East Coast, but not nearly what they're going to have closer to the core in the Keys and from Cape Sable all the way up the West Coast there. The inland flooding impacts, this is huge. Betty's been showing some of these rainfall values, and we've already seen some of this happen. Floodwaters can enter structures. Ditches and canals may overflow, numerous road and bridge closures, and they're even saying some bridges weakened or even washed out. So big impacts with all the hazards, and I didn't put the tornadoes in there. We've been talking about those so much of the night, but we can still expect some isolated tornadoes anyway on those outer rain bands.
Right, and the thoughts really with the lower Keys tonight as you think about that core getting closer and closer, and it's been so sobering to look at some of the discussion coming from that local weather service office saying things like, we know there are people still here in the Keys, in the lower Keys, and we want to prepare them. Make sure you have your shoes on no matter what, and stay inside, do not go outside. Just reading language like that just really is sobering as we await the landfall of this early tomorrow.
I mean, this is going down from a Category 4 forecast for the Keys to a Category 3, but that's still, I mean, still a dangerous major hurricane and will cause those damages we just talked about.